Well, first off, Jay, thanks for the invitation to present today, and thanks for all of you for coming out today to hear the stories. So again, my name's Matt Turner. I'm the president and CEO of Rockhaven Resources, and the focus of my talk today is I'm kind of cutting straight to the chase. What are we feel the top reasons you all should become Rockhaven shareholders? That's our forward-looking statement slide. So I want to start by bringing everyone back to 2010. That was the year that we purchased the KLAZA property. It was just a small block of claims. It was more or less in a kind of a long forgotten gold belt that I think most people thought had been totally picked over. We didn't have much. There was only about 8 of us. We had 1 excavator, 1 bulldozer, 1 6x6 high-ab equipped military truck in case a war broke out, so you can see. So we didn't have much, but we had a lot of heart, a lot of drive, and a lot of will to succeed. Now fast forward 8 years later, we've successfully completed over 94,000 meters of diamond drilling in over 400 holes. Also over 24,000 meters of excavator trenching, and that's basically how we've discovered most of the mineralization at KLAZA. Most of it all comes to surface. The mineral resource estimate that we have right now, and I'll get into the numbers, it's impressive. In fact, it's considered to be the highest grade plus 1 million ounce gold deposit ever discovered in the history of the Yukon. Positive economics as well, advanced met work being done and has been done, but currently being done as well, and advanced permitting studies. And we've done this all for about $30 million. Location and access while exploring in northern Canada is enormous. And KLAZA is fortunately one of the best located, if not the best located, advanced deposits in all of Yukon. It's road accessible. We're only about a 3-hour drive from the capital city of Whitehorse. It's located in a developed area, which obviously will help in future permitting. There's actually 3 old gold mines nearby and about 12 active placer mining operations that run seasonally out around their property. You can actually see one in the foreground of that picture. We're close to a town, so that means we're close to people, power, highway, and again, you can see in that picture, it's nice, gentle topography, so not kind of against what most people think when they think of Yukon. KLAZA is very easy to work at. We can bring in the big trucks. The fuel trucks come right into camp. The camp itself is situated right in the center part of our resource area. All the drills are skid mounted. You can get out within a couple minutes. You can be at the drill rigs right from camp, either with truck or side-by-side ATV. What we don't have at KLAZA is helicopters. We don't have barges. We don't have fixed-wing aircraft. So again, very cost-effective exploration at KLAZA. The project is shown in gray. It covers about 280 square kilometers now, and it's all 100% owned by Rockhaven. I've shown on there the small block of claims that we started with. That covers kind of the bulk of the resources. All of the, actually you can see the stats there, about 90% of the claims are unencumbered by any royalties or other interests, and that includes the claims that cover the mineral resources. So this is a huge ace to have up our sleeve for future project financing. It's too early to sell a royalty in this project right now because we continue to find new things. But again, it's a nice thing to have for the future. Also, I put on where the old block was there that we started with. We've actually added to this claim block through 10 separate transactions, whether it's staking campaigns or outright property purchases, but we've done it very systematically and very patiently over the years to get to where we're at, and partly based on what we learn about the mineralizing system at KLAZA. We've acquired claims in the belt based on that. So we got a really nice endorsement in our project from COEUR Mining Inc. this year. They put in $2.7 million to get 9.9% of our company. That actually really helped with this year's exploration that funded most of our 16,000 meter diamond drill program. And COEUR's been fantastic to work with. We really look forward to working with them as we move this project forward and kind of leaning on their expertise. Other key shareholders include Strategic Metals, Insiders, and Tocqueville Asset Management out of New York. So one of the big things I want to relay to everyone today is our deposit is real. Anyone that follows Rockhaven, they'll know that every press release we put out announcing drill results, you've got plan maps, you've got cross sections, you've got core photos. you can really see the rocks. It's the proof's in the pudding, and the numbers are great, but it's really nice to see the rocks with that. And one of the knocks on the project is that the veins are narrow. They average about 1.5 meters, but they're extremely high grade. They've got nice sharp contacts. They're quite a bit denser than the host rock, and that's going to play into some of the pre-concentration test work that we're doing right now. And one of the big things too, and you see this in our cross sections, is the exceptional continuity of the veins. And one of the big things, obviously, is all the veins come to surface. I alluded to the excavator trenching. So a lot of those you can look at as the low-hanging economic fruit is still here on this property. The resource, it's nice. It's just under 10 million tons at 4.5 grams average gold, 89 grams average silver, and about 1.7% combined lead zinc. That equates to about 1.36 million ounces of gold, 27 million ounces of silver, and about 350 million pounds of lead and zinc combined. Accounting for metallurgical recoveries, that gives us about 1.8 million ounces of gold equivalent at just under 6 grams. So really nice numbers. One of the big things here on this slide is in red. That does not include the last 24,000 meters of drilling that we've done over the last 2 years and have had a lot of success with that. So what I think you'll see going forward here in the near term is a new resource with a number of these inferred ounces being translated into the indicated category, so we're increasing the confidence, but you'll also see more of the global number increase as well, as we've had successful step out and expansion drilling. So we did an economic study on this a couple years ago. It was early, but we had to prove to everyone that we can mine narrow high-grade veins in the Yukon and make money. And we showed we can. But again, it was still a little early. The numbers it wasn't what the market wanted to see, but it told us where we needed to look for more, and we accepted that and went off and had, like I said, a couple of really key and successful years of exploration. So I think the next go-around on the economics is going to be quite a bit better, and we look forward to doing that. Another big thing too is, Jay alluded to it in the introduction, is the metal prices have increased significantly, especially on the base metal side of things, lead and zinc. So I've kind of shown that we're coming in probably to, well, over 2 million ounces equivalent, just over that. I think this is how we're going to get to the 3 and 4 million ounce equivalent mark on this project. It's the exploration potential around the resources and around the property. So we stepped out, for the first time, we stepped out to the north. We did a fence of holes, and we found 7 new mineralized structures this year. And I think that's going to be a key focus in the 2018 program, is to go in, probably throw 5,000 to 8,000 meters at these structures, trace these along strike, see what kind of length they have. But if they react anything to the other zones that we know, as we go back to the southeast and to the northwest, we're going to get into a stronger part of the mineralizing system. So we're really excited to go out and drill these new discoveries off. Also to the south, the rust target. This is a newly identified soil geochemical anomaly, multi-element. It's only about 3 kilometers to the south of our resource. You can see how it stands out there. It's a whopper of an anomaly, and there's been essentially no work done on this, and they're on basically brand new claims that we got 2 years ago. So this is coming into my last slide here. It's a chart that was done by RBC Capital Markets back in August 2017, and it looks at juniors in the gold space with resources. On the y-axis, you can see it's basically the valuation per ounce in the ground, so enterprise value over ounces. On the x-axis, we've got grade. So you can see in the bubble size basically indicates the size of the resource. So what you can see is, as we get past the 3 gram on the x-axis, there's not much until you get up to Sabina, Pure Gold, Continental, Dalradian. But what you see about that, what you see of that clustering of companies in the plus 6 gram area is you've got at least a $40 to $45 or up to $60 per ounce in the ground valuation. Now, Rockhaven wasn't included in this analysis, but if we were to include it, that's where we'd land, $12 per gold equivalent ounce. So I know everybody comes out to these shows to try to find the undervalued stories or the really interesting investment opportunities. Rockhaven's off a lot of people's radar still, but I can just show on that slide that there's a lot of value built in right now, and a lot of potential upside. And we look forward to seeing you all in the bid on Monday morning. That's my talk. We know the Yukon. There's our share structure and people, and you know where to find me over the next couple of days. Thanks, everyone.